Me and my friends had a very poor home life. Simply put, our parents didn't think much of us. And as such, we spent a lot of time away from home. We always went to this abandoned house in the middle of the woods. All of us just simply called it the house. And we had a lot of good memories. My two best friends and I. Tommy and Xavier were always there for me. And that was until March 27th, 1966. A day that I will never forget. Xavier suggested that we go explore the woods for a bit. Seemed like a cool idea, and it was pretty nice outside that day. We walked for a couple minutes until we found a path, us all looking around. Tommy remarked on how it was a pretty sight, and that we should have done this months ago. Well, we kept on trucking for about 30 more minutes, until we came across a cul-de-sac, sporting about 6 houses, and surprisingly, a restaurant. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Parlor. I sounded out the words. That sounds like fun, Xavier remarked. We all had a little bit of pocket change and decided we would go there. Tommy remarked of how hungry he was, and once we walked in, there was hardly anyone there. You know, a couple people here and there, but for the most part, empty. Xavier was the first one to run up to the arcade games and started to play. We all watched him play for a couple minutes, till I noticed a screen's reflection that caused me to jump. It was an animatronic bear with 4 sets of teeth, speaking in a broken, metallic way, saying, "Hi there, kids, and welcome to Freddy Fazbear's." One of his eyes seemed to be missing, and just when I turned back around, Xavier and Tommy ran off into the ball pit. I ran over, still on edge, remarking that we all needed to leave now, but they both looked at me like I was crazy. I had this sinking feeling that something was wrong. "We need to leave, guys." "Oh, come on, we just got here." "Lighten up, Owen," Xavier replied. "I know, but..." I sighed. I went to go sit down. I was wondering why they wouldn't listen to me. I spent a couple minutes thinking, talking to myself, deciding to go back to Tommy and Xavier, and I froze. Tommy and Xavier were now playing tag with Freddy. I was shocked and interested at the same time, how an animatronic could move that fast. He actually did tag Tommy. I thought to myself, even though he looks scary, maybe he just genuinely wanted to entertain kids. I started to play tag too. I actually almost got tagged by Freddy, and Xavier saw me and smiled. That's the last thing he ever did. Freddy, catching up to him, began to maul him. Xavier screamed in pain as Freddy said, "I got you." Tommy and I tried to pull him away, but Tommy slipped on Xavier's blood, getting bit himself. Freddy roared again, "You're not leaving!" All the employees were trying to help, but it was too late. The two of them were already dead. The police were called, and my mom and dad picked me up, surprisingly happy that I was okay. I remember vaguely the whole incident being on the news, and the place being closed forever. The entire cul-de-sac was abandoned shortly after. That was 48 years ago. Very recently, I decided to put the location of that old cul-de-sac into Google Maps. There aren't any search results.